slideshow, I'm going to be telling you about a recent paper that focused on how people report their memories for events that occurred while they were alcohol intoxicated. In particular, our focus is people remember sexual assault. There's no doubt that acute alcohol intoxication during an event affects our ability to remember what took place. A number of laboratory studies have shown this. Typically, in these studies, researchers have people study some prepared materials like a list of words, and people are either alcohol intoxicated or sober when they study the materials. And later, when everyone sobers up, people are given a recognition memory test. And in a recognition memory test, people are shown some words and asked for each word whether or not they remember studying the word. And on these recognition memory tests, we find that those who were alcohol intoxicated, when they learned the words, perform not as well as those who were sober during study. Now, this research may not be relevant to circumstances when people freely report or recall what they can remember about events. So in free recall, people are asked open-ended questions and allowed to remember using their own words. And this paper is interested in those circumstances which reflect conditions of real-world witnesses and victims when they provide memory evidence, such as when they're interviewed by the police or testify in a courtroom. Now, we're focusing on sexual assault in particular because victims are often under the influence of alcohol during the attack. And this will then lead to questions about the accuracy of the testimony that they provide. Full details about the procedures that we use to study the effects of alcohol on memory are provided in the papers listed here, which you can get from my website, and I'll provide the address for that in a moment. So in short, what we do is we put people through extensive pre-screening to make sure that they're qualified to participate. We then introduce a beverage, and the beverage either is going to be alcohol or it's going to be placebo. And we use a double-blind procedure where the research assistant does not know whether the participant is consuming alcohol, and neither does the research participant. We then put people through a hypothetical rape scenario where the participant is able to interact and make decisions about the activities that are occurring. And the scenario ends for most of our participants in rape. Again, have a look at the papers for full details about how this worked. 7 days later, people come back to our lab and we interview them using police procedures. Now, I'm just going to give you the gist of the results. There's a lot more results presented in the paper, but overall what you're seeing here is that there's no difference between those who consumed alcohol before the rape and those who are sober. And it doesn't matter what type of interview procedure we used, the pattern of results was the same. Another thing that you're seeing here is a really high rate of accuracy, and this is typical in studies that use free recall procedures. What we conclude from this is that women were monitoring the likely accuracy of their memories and recalling information if they were confident the information that they were remembering was accurate. The implication of this is that rape complainants who are alcohol intoxicated during the event will remember fewer details when they provide memory evidence, but they will be no more likely to be inaccurate compared to their sober counterparts. To read more, please visit my webpage, or you can also follow me on Twitter for research updates. Thank you to the ESRC and Alcohol Research, the British Academy and the Wellcome Trust for supporting this research, and thank you for watching this video.